Imagine waking up one day to discover your village poisoned by toxic waste from across the ocean. This isn't fiction, it actually happened in Nigeria. Back in the 1980s, Koko was a peaceful Nigerian community where villagers thrived on farming and fishing. They lived closely with nature, unaware that disaster was just around the corner. During the late 1980s, many industrialized nations faced strict regulations on hazardous waste disposal. To cut costs, some companies turned to developing countries with weaker enforcement mechanisms. For years, an Italian businessman, Gianfranco Raffaelli, had been secretly diverting ships from their legal destinations to smaller Nigerian ports like Koko, where inspections were weak or non-existent. Having lived in Nigeria for many years, he understood the flaws in the country's maritime security system and exploited them to smuggle in hazardous materials unnoticed. In 1987, he approached a local landowner, Nana in Koko, claiming to have imported goods for storage, what he called fertilizers and building materials. But the truth was far more dangerous. He agreed to pay him $100 per month to allow him keep his good on his land, which he accepted. Between 1987 and 1988, over 2,000 drums of toxic waste were secretly shipped from Europe to Koko. Over time, the barrels began leaking, seeping deadly chemicals into the land and water. Fishermen noticed fish mysteriously floating dead in the river. Farmers watched helplessly as their crops withered and turned to dust. Soon, villagers, both young and old, began falling sick. Many developed respiratory issues, vision problems, and in some cases, the poisoning even led to fatalities. That was when people started questioning the barrels stored at Sunday Nana's backyard farm. But by then, it was too late. The land was poisoned, the village became uninhabitable, and they were forced to leave their homes forever.